How are you? How are you, my lovely viewers? Let's see who jumps in here. I don't normally stream this late. Forgive me for veering off of my schedule and sort of thing. My phone died mid-sentence, so I had to delete it. I know one of you guys were nice enough to subscribe, and I appreciate that. Hopefully you can hear me. I think you can. Everything is on. Green light, green for go. I got the yellow light for noise canceling. Hey, Iris. Wow. You're always the first one. I appreciate that. I love that enthusiasm. How you doing out there? I apologize. My phone overheated and it shut down on me. I had it like I had it like there was a light, the sun, right? And it was shining down on the phone, and I had the thing plugged in, and it was like you're done. So I'm going to shut off, and then it was like super warm. My phone was like super warm. So I turned it off. I got to work. I read a little bit. I turned it back on and it worked. And I sent out that message on my YouTube feed. So check that out. I do update it regularly. I have a little surprise at the end of my video, if you guys still hang in there. So yeah, but thank you. I appreciate that. I hope your evening is well. I hope you had a great day. Um, my to kind of give you some context, I'm kind of home alone. I feel like Kevin McAllister almost, and hopefully you like that thumbnail, because sometimes fatherhood feels like that. You never know what you're going to get yourself into when you get home, and the energy that you bring in it's not always positive. So it's like I find my hand right on the doorknob, the handle, and I'm like, what kind of energy do I want to bring into the house? How am I feeling right now? And if I feel like I'm anxious, or I had a bad day, or I was angry, or whatever happened, I try not to bring that into the house. And I say try. I am working on it, but it's 1834, 6:34 here. So it's good to see you. How you doing out there? How you doing? I don't normally stream this time, but maybe I'll do something in the evenings. We'll see. Does 6:30 seem to be a good time for everyone? Are you guys going to show up for that? Would you show up for that? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Sound off in the comments below. I'm Loud Italian. It's good to see you. We're talking about fatherhood. And those emojis, I mean, in no particular order, but sometimes you're scared, sometimes you're mad, sometimes you're sad, sometimes you're in pain, and you've got the bandages all over you. I couldn't tell you how many times I've stepped on things that weren't pleasant, I'll say. I would love to step on something soft. I would love to step on something like, like a warm heating pad or something, where it like feels good, it's soothing, but it's not like that most of the time. Sometimes I'll step on, like, I ask the kids to take the dog out or something, right? And they say, "Yeah, we took him out," but apparently our dog only like will do his business if I'm taking him out. And this is 30 on Monday, August 10th, the eve before Oblivion Remaster drops. And let's go ahead and keep it professional. Um, we're all friends here. We're all trying to reach and grind and grow, and I'm trying to find that audience. So if that's not your jam, 18, um, you can always maybe hop into another channel. Um, But yeah, I'm doing. I hope everything is all right. I'm not sure why you're typing J, but we'll continue. Um, so yeah, fatherhood, right? Uh, now that the kids are kind of gone and I have the house and I'm kind of home alone and I look around, I do a scan and I'm like, there's stuff on the floor and it's like, the only stuff I would like on the floor is the dog's toys or something, right? And like keep clear walkways so we don't step on stuff. We don't fall and hurt each other and stuff. I have moderators on, everyone. So we're gonna keep it. Hey, Cynthia, it's good to see you. I believe you're new. How you doing? Hopefully you had a beautiful day. Hopefully you had rich, wonderful conversations. Um, Hi, how you doing there, Pro Build? Good to see you. Hello, hello. As a father of about 10 years, my son's going to be 10 in December. So, um, I wanted to talk about the things that they say and that they do, but I might, for purposes of like trying to keep things on track, I don't really show up at my best in the evening time, so I apologize. Um, I want to deliver on a promise. I wanted to give you um, a world class service. Even when I'm tired, like what am I capable of? What is loud Italian capable of when he's tired? What kind of experience am I in for? It could be funny. Sometimes I'm really with it. I had a beautiful meal. It was a simple meal. It was a turkey sandwich on cracked wheat. Had my avocado, I had my Greek yogurt, I had my berries, right? So it's all whole foods. It's all whole foods. It's been 8 months since I've had any processed foods. I feel good. No drinking, no substances, not even any soda. No diet, no regular, no nothing. Just water, electrolytes, creatine monohydrate, protein, uh, and water and coffee and tea, green tea, black coffee. So, yeah, pretty simple. Pretty simple when I go out. I'll maybe get an Americano or something, and that's it. But hey, how you doing there, Pika Gold? It's good to see you. How are you? Hope you had a beautiful day. Um, and yeah, let's get into it. So, what do I want to add here? Oh, well, you know what? Like let's just cover the things that my kids say, the things that that kind of bother me a little bit. Maybe they bother you too. But when your child says, "Dad, stop," or "I hate you," or "I'm sorry," and no, like what is it? What is it about kids today, and they don't have that respect for adults? I don't understand that. Like parents are asking their kids what they like and what they do not like. You don't know what your kid likes? Ask them, have a conversation, sit at the table, no screens. Go in their room, see what's going on. If they've got their walls black or they're looking like they're going to go to a Kiss concert, like you might want to have a conversation with them. You got to pay attention. You got to pay attention. It's free, and it's good. It's good. It's good stuff. Even if my kids and I don't want to say anything, we're together not saying anything. That's what's important. We're together. We're doing this together. You want to stay silent? That's fine. I'll stay silent too. Um, we're gonna be doing the exchange of like a talking animal. Like I got the kids a Snorlax. I got one kid a Snorlax. I got like I think it was my daughter first a Snorlax, and then I got my and then my son was upset that she got one and he didn't. So then I got one the next day. Same thing happened with the Pokemon blanket. Like the Pokemon blanket. There's a Pikachu with the Pokeball pillow. I don't know if you've seen it. It's like a throw. It's a nice blanket. It's thick. It's great to wear in the wintertime. Sometimes I throw it over me when I'm streaming in the cold months, the cold winter months, because I'm at the snow line level. I get snow here, and I thought it would be really exciting one day to do a live stream with it like snowing, and you guys can see the snow as it falls. Um, so yeah, that whole process. Maybe live stream like the adventures of Loud Italian's family when we go out and cut down a tree. Um, that whole process. Maybe some trick or treating, that sort of thing. So and this is all related to the kids and so forth. So and it's like, I mean, I don't mind them saying, "Dad, stop." But like my son has this thing where it's like if I make a certain face, he doesn't like like my eyes or my the way my head is turned a little bit. He just doesn't like that. He's not a fan. Um and if they're saying stuff and they're mad and they're angry, they're irritable. My dog made this like sudden sound and I had to like, I don't know what's going on with my senses, but you ever feel like you're overloaded with senses? Like your sensations are like overloaded? Like I want to be able to enjoy my evening. I want to have a nice quiet evening. Maybe pop some corn. Maybe I'm kind of current on the movies. I did add in Megan 2.0. My latest movie I saw was the house down the street. But and I forgive me, but I know I'm veering off. I know I am, and I apologize. But this stuff's important. I mean, it I want to deliver on that promise, right? Who is this guy and what is he talking about? I'm Loud Italian. It's good to see you. I try not to go more than 30 minutes, and I generally stream 9:30 to 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12:31 Eastern Standard Time. I probably won't be able to stream tomorrow. My son has an appointment I got to take him to. My kids are going back to school like Thursday. My wife turns 40 on the 13th, or no, the 12th, excuse me. And on the 13th, they go back to school. And what's interesting about that was back in 2011, when I met my wife, we met the day after. We met at a restaurant. And so it's kind of interesting how my kids, my son's going to be in fourth grade, and my daughter is going to be in second grade, and we're a little worried about her reading, but I want to introduce the books and stuff. So I feel like I'm doing better as a parent, as a father. I know I'm doing better than mine. My dad has no idea what's going on. He still doesn't. He's like 70 years old. You think he'd have it by now, but he doesn't. I have him down to the very sounds that he makes. I mean, I've talked about him on my live stream or when I did my walk, right? I didn't get his nose. I got my mom's nose, the Finnish side, but my sister has the Sicilian nose. So yeah, no plastic surgery. This is me coming at you, real, honest. So one of the reasons I shave for honesty, and that sort of thing. So um, and the thing is, I don't know if you have issues with "I'm sorry," like they say "I'm sorry" all the time. I have issues with that with like regular people, but when your son and your daughter, my daughter doesn't say it all that much. I don't really have a lot of like there's other things that kind of get to me with her, especially when I don't have I feel like I don't have the ability to protect her, and shield her from things, and she definitely find that she's the arrow that would be shot, and they would find the weakness in my armor. It'll probably be difficult for me to say no to her as she gets older, but I'm there for her. I want her to know that, and if she's in a jam someday and she's like at a party or whatever, like I'm just tell me where you are, stay where you are. I'm coming to get you. And then, if she wants to talk on the way home, fine. But, if not, then that's fine too. I'm going to get you home. That's my job. I'm here to protect you. As long as my heart keeps beating and I'm above ground and I'm pushing off the earth. So Good to see everyone. How's everyone doing? We got 2 people in here with 3 likes. That's fantastic. Um, so hopefully this is good. Is this good stuff? Let me know in the comments below. Um, but yeah, the I'm sorries and stuff. Like I just I have it. I wrestle with that. I struggle with that. The I'm sorries. I don't want them. I don't want them to say I'm sorry. I want them to like in their behavior, in their actions, actionable sorries, right? Like you want to say I'm sorry to dad, take the trash out, put a new bag in, and without me asking, when I take the trash down to the street, bring them up without me asking. If you take something out of your room and you play with it in the living room, put it away when you're done. And also, when you're in when you're in the room, a light on is fine, but when you're not in the room, turn the light off. They always love to do one thing but never the other. They want everything. They want their cake and eat it too, right? They want everything. But it's like that's not how things work. And that's not how I am. I'm not that father who's like their best friend and it's and I'm loving and stuff, right? But I'm not like, I'm not like like super jelly, if that makes sense. I'm not one that's like, trying to give them everything and not really teaching anything to them and being their friend. That's going to come later. I tell my kids this all the time. My job right now, my sole job right now as a father is to teach you and to equip you with the tools you need to take on life. And when you do that, when you master the things that I have taught you, you'll thank me later. It's delayed gratification. You'll thank me later. It sucks right now. Just we're going through this together, but eventually you're going to thank me like dad was right. Dad was right. Thank you. Thank you for that. And they're going to be able to take on the world. They're going to be able to do things and say things and meet people, go on trips, right? Like how cool would it be to flip through a catalog and see a photo of somewhere in a travel magazine and then just go, just go, get on like some site for American Airlines or something, right? And you're like, I'm booking a flight, I'm doing that. So um, yeah, I'm sorry. Like, just put it in actions. Put it into actions. So, did they punish you a lot when you were little, or a poke? Hey, how you doing? Um, Punishment, like, I mean, I would get spankings. Yeah, I mean, I would get, my rear end would be sore. Um, but like I kind of grew up in a household where it's like we didn't really have the means or resources to like to even like food and that sort of thing. Like it was a lot of frozen foods and it was a lot of like microwavable dinners, and it was like my dad cooked now and then. I had a weight issue when I was a kid. My dad wasn't active. He did the best he could. I mean, I think the best thing that my dad did or does, well, I would say did is um, give me a chance to live in a somewhat healthy environment. I mean that, and where he grew up, he was basically grew up with wolves. So it was he didn't have Christmases. My dad has never had a Christmas, so that's like every time he comes over and he spends the holidays with us, I try to go above and beyond, just like in real life, just like when I'm on my live streams and stuff. I go above and beyond, and I try to check off. So like for every bad Christmas or no Christmas he's had, I give him a Christmas that he can remember. Um, and I've kind of learned some things along the way. He likes to give stuff away, but he won't give away shoes. He loves the shoes I give him. He cleans them up. They look better than they did when I got them in the box and it was right from the store. He'll clean them. He'll spend time. He has time wealth, is what I tell him. He can do whatever he wants because he's he's a single man, and my mom passed a few years ago, and my dad and my mom never got to meet her grandkids, my kids, but she met my wife. But she was my girlfriend then, and we went to like her favorite like Waffle House, and we would have breakfast together. So I hope that answers your question. That's a good question. And it's things were a little bit different then. But ultimately, like, I mean, in the military and that sort of thing, like, I've always had respect for adults, and um, cops they still kind of terrify me a little bit because I had some brush up with the law when in my 20s. I learned my lesson. And the things that I had to do, but I picked myself up, after I fell, and I moved, and I'm moving forward. So I got my own issues. Mine were alcoholics. Both was bad, and I turned a little strict. Oh, so you have kids of your own then? Alcoholics. Yeah, that's one of the things that I did drink, but I never had an issue with that. I What issues did I have? I had issues with. In the past, I would smoke and I would drink and that sort of thing. I mean, I was in my 20s, but then I was like, if I told myself if I was gonna have kids, they're gonna have a better life than me, and I have to cut this stuff out. Relationships I had to cut out, lifestyles I had to cut out, substances I had to cut out, and the most recent thing that I stopped was alcohol, and I've been sober for a year. So, well, no, but with my relations and myself. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, and it's tough. I mean, it's a day at a time, and you have to kind of find your why, and choose discipline, and motivation. It goes so far, but sometimes you're not motivated. But if you just choose it, like Jocko Willink, right, the Navy SEAL who wrote Extreme Ownership, and he's got like he helps companies and stuff rise up and get better and being teams and stuff. He's got a great book. Navy SEAL commander. I mean, this guy was fantastic. Is fantastic. And he's like, yeah, you just don't want to negotiate with yourself in the morning. Like, he'll take a picture of his G-Shock watch at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and he'll wake up. He doesn't think about, oh, I got to wake up, or I'm not going to wake up. He just does. He doesn't negotiate with himself. And I thought that was pretty cool. Um, I heard, so Huberman Labs is podcast, and they have upper echelon, Jocko Willink. He's pretty cool. So yeah, and it's taking in the book is all about extreme ownership, and if you don't have leadership around you, become that leadership. If you don't have the tools that you need, like make it happen. And if you fail, it's all part of the process, and whatever you do, don't blame others. Take ownership. Like for example, I mean, it's kind of simple. It's a simplification here, but like today at work, um, people would come to me, and they would be like, they would ask me for a product, and I'm like, well, you know what? We don't have that right now, and I don't know exactly when we're going to get it. And I try to be consistent with my answers, so I know one person hears me and another person hears me. But like, that's kind of a negative. So what I offer up is like, hey, so I mean, I know I wasn't able to get you this item now, but is there anything else you needed? And then you just kind of throw that out there, and you get to know, you build relationships, you take that genuine interest in others, and there's nothing better than hearing the sound of your own name repeated back to you. Or like what I do now is, if I see a coworker, and they're just walking in, I will be super enthusiastic. For example, Hey, how you doing? Hi, it's good to see you. How you doing out there? Man, you're great. Hey, did you get a haircut? You look fantastic. That, whoo, man, I need to get my haircut. My barber has a, has a run for his money, right? Like something like that, right? And it's like you just you surprise yourself, and it's fun. It's exciting, and it's like you go above and beyond, and then you become that person, right? You go from like doing these things to a person that who you just embody these principles. It's great. It's fantastic. People are too serious and they're like super technical with their work and stuff, right? I mean, that's fine, but I'm not interested in being a cog in a machine. I want to provide a member service, a world-class service, being in the service of others. Um, Hospitality's so great it's downright unreasonable. Daniel, hey, it's good to see you. How you doing out there? I know I deviated here, 26 minutes in, 10 people. But this is all related to the kids and stuff, bringing it back. And I hope I answered your question there, Epoca. Thank you for your words, brother. Gotta go. Have the best of day, week, month, life. Yeah, hope to see you again. You enjoyed this stuff. You enjoyed yourself. I enjoyed you here. Thank you. Hopefully you like, subscribe, and ring that bell. I go live regularly, and I like to see you back. So it's good to see you, and thank you for spending some time with me and us, and in this beautiful experience that we're having. How are you? Daniel Cohen says, "How are you?" I'm all right. I'm all right. Home alone, like Kevin McAllister, but I don't have any of those. I'm living in a household where it's like my son's kind of Kevin McAllister. Like I mean, that's basically all that's missing is a tarantula crossing my face. Walking across my face. So, I don't normally stream at this time, but I have thought about switching times to maybe the evening so I can pursue the workouts and stuff that I want to do in the morning because I just don't have all that time. I want to get everything done like X, Y, Z, A, B, C, like one after the other, in one direction. Like if I move, I want to move in one direction and be able to handle that. I do have moderators on, and I have certain phrases and words flagged. So, um, Daniel, good to see you. How are you? How are you? I hope you're well. My family is home. Awesome. Fantastic. I hope you enjoy your stay. It's good to see you. I have couples that watch me. I have people that are over 65 plus watch me. You're 13. Okay, you know what? There was a person in here this morning before my phone turned off on me because it got too hot. I know now not to have my phone directly on the sun. I was in my wife's truck. I was sitting a little higher, but yeah. So, oh, okay. Well, those are kind words. Thank you for that. Yeah, friends. It's volunteer family. You find your tribe. I do talk a lot about like being an adult and adult like experiences and stuff, but like the subject matter is generally lighthearted. It's funny. The sense of humor is really in an alignment with people who are older that have lived life and that sort of thing. But if you find any enjoyment or a community, and you had a good time, then that's what it's about. I do entertain. I do motivation stuff. These are just things that come naturally to me. I'm always trying to think about you. I'm trying to take a general interest in you. I don't want to say the word I all the time. I want to say the word you all the time. I'm loud Italian. I'm loud Italian. Um, Daniel Cochran. So I don't know if you I don't know, like you're gonna have to give me a little bit more specifics there, but to protect anonymity and that sort of thing, and continuity, loud Italian, um, and that sort of thing. So Like my dad will, or my dad, my kids will call me dad, and that's my name to them. So it's like, you jump in, and I'm not being very loud right now. I'm being very handsy. I'm very moving my hands and stuff. So some of my favorite comedians, they use a lot of like body language and stuff, which I love. I really get that. Sometimes the words or whatever kind of get jumbled up in my head, and I don't really understand, but like the way they move, they free flow, they work the audience, they go from left to right and they bring it in. That's fantastic. I love that. Um, my form Belarus. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty far away. Thank you for joining me. Um, yeah, so and that's the things that they say, and there's some of the things that they do, and you don't stay a kid forever. You grow, and you have more responsibility. And my son, he's going on 10. He wants to have his own YouTube channel, but um, I don't think that's the right move for him right now. I'm trying to engage the emotional readiness, if you will. And so, right around the time my kids get like a phone and they have a little bit more independence and they have some of the skills that I've taught them, you take something out, put it back, you turn the light on, you're not in the room, turn it off. Keep the walkways clear. I mean, these are all the things that bring up the trashes, do chores. Laundry, that sort of thing, because I want them to be equipped. I want them to be ready, for life. I want them to have the skills necessary, the skill sets. A lot of people don't have any skill sets now. They're saying I'm sorry all the time. They're not thinking about what they're saying, and then when it comes around to say I'm sorry, no one believes you. Actionable words. Actionable. Don't say it, show it. And I believe God of War even had something like that in the first game. Great game. Those two games with Atreus and Kratos. If you're a father, like right around the time that game came out, I really related with Kratos. I mean, it's spot on. And the director, the creative director of that. Oh, you hope you do too. I hope you do too. Have a good day. It's good to see you, Daniel. Hopefully, see you again. Like, subscribe, enable notifications, and maybe ring that bell so when I go live, you never miss anything. And if you want to catch my other stuff, that's there for you. And you reach out to me, and I'll do what I can to reach out to you. I try not to let 8 hours go by before I respond. So, thank you. Thank you for joining me. Appreciate you. Um, what else? Rooms. Yeah, I wanted to say one thing. Like I remember when we were on vacation. We didn't do a lot of like trips and stuff this summer. We kind of kept it close by and stuff. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, man. Hopefully, I earned that subscription, and I hope to see you again. Hopefully, more refreshed and with a better shave and that sort of thing. I like to convey a sense of professionalism and stuff. So, and I'm not sure why I'm squinting a lot, but I guess my eyes and my nose are kind of they bring out my face. So, hey, I guess I'll keep doing what I need to do, right? Keep doing what I need to do. Um, and I do look like a salesman, don't I? I am, but I'm an honest salesman. I am. And I don't upsell you. I don't sell you things that you don't need. I want to build relationships. So, um, but yeah, like one of the last things I'll say, and then I'll go ahead and end so I can kind of relax. And then I wanted to open up something and share this with you. Um, so hopefully it works out. So we were on vacation. We went to Yosemite. Anyone out there been to Yosemite or know anyone that has gone or knew anyone that has gone? Beautiful, beautiful experiences. I fell in love with hiking. I wanted to get one of those Hoka hiking boots. I was really obsessed with that for a bit, but then I kind of like fell off. Um, I went back to Hoka, but I didn't go with the boot. and it's like a $250 boot, and I'm like, I'm not hiking all that much, so it's probably not. That's a little bit too much. I mean, I'm sure it's worth it, but too much for me, for now anyway. Maybe as I get older, but I had a beautiful time. Like, I don't normally feel like I'm on vacation. I didn't grow up in a household where we would go on vacations. It just didn't happen. We didn't do that. My wife's done that. You know, her family has done, very healthy, very mentally sound, emotionally intelligent. You know, they went on these trips and they did all these things, and you know, and so I'm not sure where I was going with that, but I felt like there was a moment in time where I felt like I was on a vacation. Like I was hiking up these like steps that felt like I was in a like I was an RPG character, and I was traveling up the spiral staircase to like wherever Miyazaki wanted me to go from software. Like I was an Elden Ring or something, and then the steps started getting bigger and they were carved out in the mountainside and there was a big waterfall. You feel small, you feel large, you feel, the water's hitting you, you're really trying to take it in, your lungs are burning, you've got your backpack on, because everyone gives me everything, and so I don't want to have it in my pockets and stuff. I'm not a fan of having a bunch of stuff in my pockets. Put it in my backpack. That's the reason why a turtle has a shell, right? That makes sense, right? That's the turtle's backpack. It keeps everything in there. He's got a bug out bag. That's why turtles have shells, right? But yeah, I'm like, I went to Yosemite and stuff, and it was fantastic. But and my wife, we had a good time, and the drive was great. No bad stuff there. But it's like, you got to kind of meet the kids where they are, and so like they were obsessed with the scooter that they brought, and all they cared about was like, you know, my brother has my brother has the scooter, or the one that's like, it's not a motorized one. It's just, it's just one that you would like kickstart. So it's like one kid had it and then the other one wanted it and they were fighting back and forth and I had to set a timer. Okay, so you're going to get it for 15 minutes. And then when the 15 minutes is up, you turn it over to your sister and then you switch back and forth. They fight. They go back and it's like it's kind of a Goku Vegeta relationship, where they're rivals and they fight each other and then they like beat each other up, but then they have backyard barbecues with Beerus and Whis, right? So any Dragon Ball Z fans out there? I'm excited for that next season. Um, but yeah, it's just like that's who they are. That's who my kids are. So, and you got to kind of meet them where they are because bottom line, they just want to play with their friends down the street. They don't care about the Yosemite trip. You can be in Italy. You could be in one of the most majestic, beautiful places in the entire world, that it's a once in a lifetime opportunity, and all they want to do is take your phone so they can watch someone on YouTube. It's you got to meet them where they are. So there you go. Um, but yeah, it's fatherhood and stuff is it's a roller coaster, up, down, in and out and stuff. And so I just my experiences and stuff. And I know I've kind of veered off and stuff like that. So I apologize. I gotta stop this. I do. My brain's starting to get fried. And my voice is gonna be lost. But it's good to see you, Daniel. Thank you. Apoka, thank you. Pika Gold, thank you. Cynthia, good to see you. Um, Iris, right? Lighting up my chat, very consistent. Loves to do that first. That's fantastic. And I remember a lot of my regulars from earlier. You know, I haven't seen them, and I'm getting a lot of new regulars now, so that's pretty cool. I'm glad. I'm excited. That tells me to keep growing, and um, so yeah, and that's kind of it. That's all I have there. So I wanted to do kind of a special thing. I have I have an unboxing video to do. I got an unboxing video to do, guys. I'm going to use the 1.0. I love opening boxes like this. I'm going to open this box up. Got one side, the other. Now I'm going to slice it vertically. All right. I've never done this on camera before. I've never done this on a live stream before. This is brand new workshopped quality content. I'm opening this package up. You ever get nervous? You ever get nervous when you get a package and you're like, I hope everything's intact. I hope everything is good. Like if you get a disc in the mail, because I can't buy movies anywhere. Sometimes we don't get internet where we're at, you know, and it's like I got to pop in a movie. That's why I need a disc drive. That's why it's no disc, no buy. I got to have that. A man can only read so many books, right? And then, you know, there's got to be some other things, some other ways of, you know, of relaxing and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and open that. All right. Look at this. Look at this. I'm gonna start with this one. Oh my goodness. Princess Mononoke. This is fantastic by Hayao Miyazaki. Fantastic stuff here. Looks to be intact. Looks to be intact. Very good. Got the Resident Evil. It's fantastic. I'm collecting these things. I'm building my library. So I have the fourth one. I have the eighth one. Now I have the second one. So I'm sure Leon Kennedy and Claire Redfield have never looked better. And then Jill Valentine, and Carlos, which is like I never really played, but I did read some of the books. I enjoyed the novels. I'm really looking forward to Code Veronica next year, because next year it'll probably be my last year with Sony, and then I'm going to be kind of moving into Nintendo primarily. And if Xbox has physical media and a disc drive, then I'm going to be looking into possibly an Xbox, which I never thought I would say. I never thought I would go there, but physical media is important to me. Preservation is important to me. Where I live, internet's not always there. It's not guaranteed, so I need something that doesn't rely on the internet. So I'm going to go ahead and open these discs now. Anyone have an X-Acto knife out there? Anyone have a favorite blade they love to use? Kids, do not play with this. This is not okay. If you're going to cut something, cut it away from you. Princess Mononoke. Oh, the disc is open. But looks fantastic. No disc, no buy. This is the Blu-ray disc. Looks fantastic. Studio Ghibli. Looks great. Everything's intact. Looks like I'm going to be ordering my movies from Amazon now. I'm happy about that. I got the regular DVD and I have the Blu-ray. Fantastic. That's great. No problems there. No issues with the disc. It's all intact. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Fantastic. Chef's kiss. Very nice. Very nice. Let's go ahead and open up RE2. All right. Pop the center. Oh, that looks beautiful. Has a typewriter on there for the saves. Love that. Looks good. Looks good. 2 of 3. 2 of 3. Opening up the third one. You got Nemesis here and Jill Valentine. This is fantastic. Oh yeah, open it up. Pop the disc. I'm not interested in the resistance stuff. Yep. Great stuff. Great. Awesome. Dolby Audio. Fantastic. Dolby Audio. Fantastic. Awesome stuff. Very good. Very happy. They didn't really use a lot of packing stuff. They just kind of used some paper here. I love the sounds of plastic. I actually love that sound. It's not bubble wrap, but it works, you know? I like that. I like that. You ever like take your time with packages to really appreciate the whole presentation? It's important. Presentation's so important. So, very good. Very good. Very happy with that. Very cool. This is fantastic. I love that. So, this is a great experience. I've had a fantastic time. I used my 1.0 X-Acto knife to open up the packaging. I ordered that. I'm glad it came. No issues. Very good. Very happy with that. Very happy with that. So yeah, I mean that's kind of it. Tomorrow I'll be picking up. I'll have the kids, so I'll do a photo, guaranteed photo. I like to do. I like to hold this thing in my hand so I know it's mine. Oblivion Remastered for Switch 2. Let me say that again. Oblivion Remastered for Switch 2. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be great. I'm excited. I want to live stream that one a little bit, see how it plays. I like the idea of being able to relax with my wife. She's reading one of her mystery novels, and I pop up my handheld and switch to, and I'm like leveling up with my character. I didn't get very far in the PS5 version, and it wasn't the full thing. This is all printed, 61 gigabytes on that little card, and I'm excited to share that with you. I'm excited to go on some of that adventure with you. Um, so yeah, that's all I have. I got everything I needed out of the way. I know I've deviated a little bit, but thank you again. I'm Loud Italian. It's good to see you. Please like, subscribe, enable notifications, and ring that bell. And as always, this isn't goodbye to you, it's see you later. Because goodbye is something you say to someone you don't want to see again. I'm not going to say that to you. I'm going to say see you later. Peace. Have a beautiful evening. Appreciate you.